Link in the description. So if you would like to have a personal reading with me, we are still on live. Mercury retrograde is happening right now, and a lot of computer stuff does not work right now. So I'm pretty sure that was what was messing with me earlier when my dashboard wouldn't work. And well, it was my own omission of having put the link to sign up for a personal guided reading. So, like I said in the first video, how is the energies for you? Many of us are exhausted or having greater physical pain, spaciness, disconnectedness. Appointments are eluding us. We're not able to get places on time. We are being subject to some very powerful cosmic energy going into this solar eclipse, and will be in this energy for a while. And we have the added energy of the new moon. And the wonderful aspect about the new moon is that it is how you manifest or when you manifest. And we've got that speeding up energy with that solar eclipse and the new moon together. So you really want to be aware of what it is you're focusing on. Your focus is your superpower, and you're going to bring to you more of what you focus on. So be paying attention. I teach often in my classes the mantra, I'm open, I'm ready, I'm willing, guide me. We want our angels, guides, companions in with us to help us know when we are creating in that background voice that's talking to us all the time, when we're creating more of what we want and less of what, or more of what we don't want and less of what we want. So what is it that you have been creating? How have you been creating your life? Is it joyful and prosperous and full of great relationships? Do you have a job you love and a career you love and family harmony? Or do you have a lot of none of those? Do you have more strife? Okay, well, Francesca, keep trying. One of my ladies said she's having trouble logging in, and with Mercury retrograde, I can believe that. Let me message her so she knows I did get her message. So, how are you? What have you been doing? Okay, Francesca. Okay, well, I'm here. Okay, well, I'm I'm here. So you're the one that's on, apparently, Francesca. Can you comment? That would be helpful. And I can believe you're having trouble logging on. It's the way it is right now. It is just crazy energy, Mercury retrograde, and we just have to work around it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Francesca, since you don't seem to be able to log into Hipsy, a 1-card reading is $10, a 3-card reading is $27. If you tell me here what you want, you could Venmo me or send me the money later. I trust you. It's like I've known you for a while. And we can get going with this. So let me know if you're here, if you can do it that way. Let me get back to my Hipsy dashboard in case you actually got on and were able to register. So yeah, I guess it's 27 for 3, and so 15% off. I don't know. It was less expensive if you pre-registered before the event. It was 15% off, so I believe it's 27. But 1 for 10. If you're watching, in the description is the link to register for your own personal guided wisdom reading. I have had the gift of wisdom because I've been channeling the angel of wisdom, Archangel Uriel, pretty much my whole life. I thought it started at age 4 when I started on my own spiritual quest. Of course, in hindsight, I realized that's what I was doing, but I started getting to church everywhere I could get to church before I was 9, and I lived in 17 houses before age 9. So if I could get to church, I would. I saw different belief systems, different buildings, different people. And so I never was indoctrinated in the idea that there is only one way, one belief system, one religion that's going to get you to heaven. And then I became a nurse. At 24, I walked away from church, not because anything bad happened. That was just the end of that part of my journey. And I became a nurse and had some children and worked that career for a good long time. It was perfect for me until those boxes became too tight, and I wasn't able to do things the way I wanted with my patients. So then I walked away and started my own business, which then became more spiritual. And this is it now. I call myself an integrative wellness practitioner, and I do energy work with people. I am a spiritual guide. I do this because this gives people the guidance, the indications, the next best step that they need, and because this is just really fun. So if you would like a reading from me, there is a link in the description for you to go to register and purchase either a 1-card or a 3-card reading. They're very reasonable, and I would be happy and honored to read for you tonight. It does get a little bit hard sometimes to talk to myself over and over. If you're watching, please put a comment in the chat box. Now, no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to see all chat messages. Okay. If you are here and you'd like a reading, there's a link in the description, and you can click on that link or copy and paste it and put it in the browser, and you'll be directed to the Hipsy site, and you can register for a 1-card or 3-card reading with me. So today we woke up after having a 71-degree day the day before yesterday and a 68-degree day. Beautiful. It's green. The flowers are out. We woke up to snow this morning. Typically spring-like weather here. It's been raining all day. And so can you chat in YouTube? Francesca, do you know where the chat box is in YouTube? If not, let me know that you're still watching. Okay, let me know in Messenger if you're still watching on YouTube, and then I will do the reading for you. And then let me know if you want a 1-card or a 3-card reading. Like I said, a 1-card is $10, the 3-card is $27. So I'm looking, I'm looking in the Messenger thing. There's nobody registered after David. So would you like a reading, Francesca? It's okay if you don't want one, just say not right now in Messenger or in the chat box, and that way I'll know not to be waiting for you. So please just let me know how that works for you. So how is everybody out there? I hope you are feeling the love available to you from the universe. I hope you're safe and that you have enough. I know there are many people that do not have enough in this lifetime, and that aren't feeling loved and aren't feeling part of a community. And I want you to know that you are loved. Our Sprat, there is a link in the description, and you can register to get a reading. They are not free tonight. I do on Facebook and here on YouTube 3 mornings a week, general readings. But these are personal readings. And if you register with Hipsy, and with that link, you will show up on my dashboard, and I will do a reading for you specifically. So, what else has been going on? Lots of speeding up energy. If you have something that you want to learn right now in life, now is the time to enter into that, because we are absorbing quickly. We are gaining new skills very quickly right now. And the energies that you want to release, that you no longer want to travel with in your life, those are releasing with greater ease and greater speed right now. Your focus is your superpower. What you focus on is what you're going to receive more of in life. And so whatever that looks like for you, if your life is not how you wanted it to go and you would like things to be different, you really have to shift your focus. And that really kind of means stuck. I want to learn 3 different things at once. I totally get you, R. Spratt. That is exactly how I am. I luckily signed up for a new class just as this energy really started speeding up. That's one of the ways I know that it's speeding up. Um, and because the abilities that I'm learning in this class are coming like this now. And that's everything is speeding up, including our ability to manifest. So yeah, R. Spratt, if you go ahead and use that link and register with Hipsy, I would be happy to give you a reading right now. If you're not able to do that, please let me know. And I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if anyone is able to come on tonight. I usually wait at least, well, I usually go at least a half hour. Please do let me know one way or the other. If you can't, that's fine. If you can, and R. Spratt, I do live general readings Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Facebook. Okay, on Facebook, my Facebook page, I don't know if that's in the description or not. It's Victoria-Savage-77. And those are always free. They're at 8 a.m. Mountain Time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And they're between 15 and 30 minutes, depending on what's coming through. And so that's another way to get guidance. It's a lot, it's general, but it is amazing how many people will tell me how pertinent it was to them that day for what they were going through. And that's how the universe works. As we channel our angels, guides, companions, and we all do, we just don't all know it. We have to start learning to trust ourselves and that we can get from them what we need to move forward on a regular basis. Okay, well, Francesca, I don't see you here in either place now, so I'm guessing you were not going to be able to do a reading tonight, and that's okay. You know where to find me. I'm every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We've known each other for a while. So I hope life is offering anyone watching this more of what they do want and less of what they don't. And if not, remember, your focus is your superpower. How you create is by your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, and your energy, because each one of those are energies. And if you're always focused and complaining about life in general, you're creating more of that to come into your field, because energy leaves us and goes out and seeks like energy. And in order for that to change, you have to change. You have to change your focus. And R. Spratt, I don't know if you're, the thing is I can't, pin, report, remove. I was just wondering if I could see your profile picture, because I don't know if you're a they, a he, a she. I'm guessing R. I'm thinking Robert, but I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. And then I tend to invent names for people and decide that that's their name because for some reason or another, that name will not leave me when I see them. I don't know what that's about, but boy, that seems to happen a lot to me. I'll decide they look like somebody else, not who they tell me they are. And then I hold that in my mind for a while till I really focus on, again, my superpower. If I use my focus, my superpower, I become a lot more effective in what I'm doing on a regular basis. So I have been on for 30 minutes. I don't see anyone else coming in. It may take a minute or so to register for the Hipsy app or the Hipsy site. So I'm going to give our Sprat a little time because I do believe you are registering to come in. And so what kind of crystals do you all have around you? I'm going to show you. I've got this beautiful crystal ball. It's labradorite. You see all those beautiful colors in it? Labradorite's one of my most favorite, I think, because of all those beautiful colors. And I've always loved black and color. That's always been a favorite thing. I think my grandmother must have had something when I was little that had black and pink. And because those two, when I see that combination, they will remind me of my grandmother. This is snowflake obsidian. This is, I have to think about that one. I can't remember. And this is, oh, angel something. Look at it, it's got those inclusions of crystals in there. They're so beautiful. Typically I will buy these. Sometimes I do know what they're called. Maybe this is Dalmatian obsidian. This is snowflake quartz or something like that. But I buy them because I love them. And then I get them and I forget what they do. But I have been using crystals a lot in my healing with people. I was guided to do that. And so I just pick them up, the ones that I'm guided to pick up and utilize on their body. Mostly that comes in when I'm removing some pretty heavy energies from them, namely curses, which is just energy that attached to us in some way at some point, either in a past life. We may have brought it in through our ancestral lineage, or it can have been inflicted on us in this life. And so we just go in and pull it. But I utilize lots, including the angels, guides, and companions, the Christ consciousness, to all come in and be there so that I'm protected and that those energies leave more quickly and effectively. So, our Sprat, if you are trying to register, please let me know and I will stay on. If not, I'm going to sign off for tonight because apparently there's not a lot of people wanting a reading tonight. And maybe Friday night's not the best night to do this. I'm generally home on a Friday, and rather than sit in the living room and watch that stupid box that we have in there, I'd rather interact with people on here. So maybe I'll work on my class to learn to divine energies more readily with my hands, to feel more subtle energies. So we have been on for 33 minutes. Well, I'll give it another 5, just in case you're having trouble, our Sprat. I don't want to leave you hanging if you do want a reading. It is funny, though, how people will leave me hanging and somehow that's okay. They won't bother saying, no, I'm not going to do one tonight or whatever. It's okay that you don't want to invest the money in that, or you don't feel like you can. We invest in what matters to us. And I have spent a good deal of my life investing in things that I never thought I could afford, but I felt the power in them to do that. So well, who is on? If you would comment in the comment box, it would be nice to know that someone is here. People are popping in and out. I'm doing live personal readings one-on-one, but they are not free. You do need to register through the Hipsy site. They are very affordable. There is a link in the description. I do regular general readings live Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my Facebook page, which is victoria.savage.77. And I do those at 8 a.m. Mountain Time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, almost without fail. Occasionally I'll go a little bit later if I've if I've been up late, or sometimes I will be out of town on a Friday. We camp as much as we can in the summer. So, but otherwise I'm there regularly. So there's a lot of great guidance that comes through those readings. I am a channel. I channel angels. I've channeled ETs. I channeled other ethereal beings. And I have the gift of wisdom, which means that they speak through me. The wisdom, although I'm old enough now, I have a fair amount of wisdom under my belt in this lifetime. But I've had that wisdom ability most of my life, and that's because I was channeling Archangel Uriel, the angel of love and wisdom. And those were always the two most important energies for me. And I didn't know till just a few years ago who I was channeling. I didn't ever think to ask. I knew it was good, and I knew that people benefited from what came through. But finally, I decided to ask, and it's Archangel Uriel. And at that point, I had to look up. When I got the name, it's Uriel. Who's Uriel? So I looked up Archangel Uriel, the angel of love and wisdom. It's like, well, that makes perfect sense because love and wisdom are the two things that I valued a lot in my life. So it looks as though our Sprat, you are not going to be getting a reading tonight. And so I am going to sign off now, and I will be on again in the future. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and you will get Mexi Ghost Hunter. Hello, 86. Well, that's interesting, being a ghost hunter. If you would like a channeled reading, I am happy to do one for you. Thank you for saying hello. It's just nice not to be talking to myself here. If you would like one, there's a link in the description to register for that. They are not free tonight, but they are not expensive either. I can say hello, maison. I believe that's house in French, the house of good. I did take French in high school. It was a couple years ago, and I can't say I remember much of it because I've never had the opportunity to use it much. But anyone who would like a reading, thank you for the hearts. It's just like nice to know somebody's out there. There's a link in the description. The stream is live personal readings, Mexi Ghost Hunters. In the description, there is a link you can register. Hey Maison, or Mason. Hey Mason. I was responding to the name. But there's a link in the description where you can register for a 1-card or a 3-card reading, and they are very affordable. Like I was saying, I do general readings for free, live, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my Facebook page. Hey, and anybody watching, if you would be so lovely as to subscribe to my channel, if you've enjoyed anything what I've said, give it a like. Really would like to grow the channel so I can reach out and just have more impact. My greatest desire in life is to positively impact as many people as I can. And this is one way I can do that, through YouTube. I do readings at events locally a few times a year, now actually monthly in a store, which is quite fun. I love doing this. It is such an amazing way to help people because I channel when I do the readings, and they get the guidance they need. Most everyone, I've not had anybody say in a very long time, well, that didn't really pertain. Oh, thank you, Mexi Ghost Hunter. And I'm interested in what your experiences are in ghost hunting. I've never had that draw to go after ghosts, to find them. I'm not afraid of them. Although, I can't say that I've ever known that I've encountered any. It's just never been a focus for me. But I'm intrigued by people who do, because it's just an interesting thing for me that people are part of that kind of endeavor. So I bet you will have had some interesting experiences. So I'm not popular, but have been to places here in California. Oh, and what part of California? I grew up in Northern California. I've lived here. I live in Idaho now for 41 years, almost 42 years. And I don't have any desire to go back. And plus, there's no family there anymore. So that's, a lot of the draw when we want to go back home. Early on, we thought maybe we would go back, but we really do love it here. And this is definitely our home now. And as everything else, we always laughingly called that the other California. I don't know if the Southern Californians did that for the Northern, but we always felt like we were two different states. And and they're very different in topography. I mean, California has it going on for topography and what it can offer, all the farmland and the oceans and the mountains and the deserts. And I mean, anything you want to experience, California pretty much has it. And but we left because we couldn't afford to buy a place there. And we were here a little over a year. Yeah, a lot of everything there. Um, and we bought a house in 6 acres 41 years ago. And my husband, I married a very talented man. He remodeled this 1896 farmhouse, and it's a beautiful home now. And we still have our acreage, which is nice because I haven't lived right next door to anybody in 41 years. And I have never lived easily. Yeah, I know. That's that. You know, we bought a house in 6 acres. Mind you, it was a very old house, very sturdily built, which was why we went ahead and bought it. It was worth investing the time and effort to remodel. But we bought a house in 6 acres here for less than we could buy an acre where we lived in Northern California at the end of a dirt road with no services. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mexico Ghost Hunter. It is difficult. And then the truth is now here in Idaho, Denise Jones, the vegan teacher from Walmart. Well, hello, Denise Jones. It is incredibly high to buy a place. Our kids, my youngest daughter's a nurse and her husband's a firefighter. Thankfully, before things went real crazy, they bought their home because now, for what that home's worth, on their salaries, they could not qualify to buy that home. Things have gone so crazy here, and people are moving in here after COVID by the droves. They've been doing it for a long time. Oh my gosh, Motel 6 is cheaper than a month in an apartment. Oh, I'm sorry. It shouldn't be like that. Well, and that's what's going on here. People, one of the man, he owns the Outback or has that franchise in Boise. He had a place downtown Boise called Bonefish Grill, which was quite a good restaurant. And they were hiking his rent not by half. So if it was 1,000, which it was more than that, it was then going to be 1,500. And he just went, I can't do that. So he had to close that restaurant. It's just the greed is just outrageous in the world right now. And things are coming to a head. That's, April is a very tumultuous month cosmically with this, the solar eclipse is coming in with this new moon. And yeah, it's crazy. But things are getting shaken up. And I talk about the powers that were because they are being forced out. The light workers are waking up. People's lights are shining more. We are focusing more on love and community, and they are being forced to the edges, the powers that were, and they're screaming. It's going to get a little uglier before it gets better, but it will get better. And we need to hold the focus of what we want to see in this world where people can afford a place to live. They have enough money to eat. The homeless have places to live. A lot of your friends moved to Utah, Arizona, Texas for cheap housing. I know we really gripe about the Californians, me being a former Californian. But the truth is we don't mind them moving here. It's we mind them moving and trying to change it. It was like, as far as I'm concerned, the politics in California have created a cesspool. And don't come with your politics here and create the same thing that you left, because that's why you left. You liked what we have here. And we're a very red state. And I am not real red. I'm pretty much left of center. Balance has always been important to me too. I see both sides. Also, I'm a Gemini. That's helpful in that respect. But either what direction, and we're pretty red, so we're pretty conservative here. And that's who are moving a lot of conservatives. And then we're still getting the ones who want to, and I have a real issue with welfare. And it's not that I don't believe people deserve to be helped. People do deserve a hand up. Something like subsidized rent for those people that are working, the working poor, those who deserve that money. The ones that make a living off of it and have more children, and that's what they're encouraged. But the truth is, they're encouraging that the powers that were for the voting block, that they want those people to vote for them because they're handing them their life. And my perspective is they're disempowering them. There is no the new generation making everything bad for the old generation. Yeah, and it's not just, the thing is, it's not just the new generation. We have a lot of wonderful people coming in. It is the old guard, the old hierarchy that are getting greedier and greedier, and they're creating very much a two-class system here. But it's not going to work, and it's all over the world. People are rebelling against their governments as they are now. And we're going to see a lot of craziness happen in the next few years. Yeah, and I do not want to be any purveyor of fear, because fear is where the old guard wants us, in fear. And being in fear only attracts that same kind of energy. So Mexi Ghost Hunter, focus on really what your next best situation for living. What if you could create it out of thin air, which is what your thoughts can do? What kind of living situation would you move into next? And you probably want to make it fairly realistic for yourself, because if you go, one of those mansions on the Hollywood Hills, your mind cannot even get around that. But if you want a little apartment somewhere, that is in a rent you can afford, that is in good shape, and in a neighborhood that is safe, you want to focus on what that feels like, what that looks like. Be very specific about something you want in that apartment, that living situation, and focus on it regularly. And get joyful and how good it will feel to know that I can make my rent every month. I'm comfortable here. I have what I need. And that's what's going to attract more of what you want, is our vibration. We are energetic beings. The vibration is what makes it. And when you vibrate in fear and lack and all of that, then that's what we get more. Only God knows. But you can create with your mind. We are drummed out of us and kids as stop daydreaming. Daydreaming, or our focus, is our superpower. So really think about it, but you want to get into that feeling aspect. How great will it be to have, and always in the present tense, like it is already yours. I love living in this apartment. The Lord gives you what you need daily. And yet one of the first things you said to me was that you were afraid you were going to be homeless. Well, focus on not being homeless. Focus on having that rent enough to pay, particularly if you like where you live. If you don't like where you live, focus on what you want, that you would like to live in. And that energy, that's the law of energy. I'm very much in touch with God and the angels, but we are energy in our very beings. And that's using that very basic aspect of who we are, that God made us, and utilizing our power there to attract what we enjoy in this life, what we want to create, just through our energy. That's the science of spirituality. Focus on good health, focus on having enough, and having fun, having some enjoyment, having a family that you enjoy being with, whatever that looks like. But apparently we aren't doing any more readings tonight, so I'm going to sign off. I wish you the best, Mexi Ghost Hunter, and I am sending you love and positive vibrations. Focus more on what you want to create, and more of that will come to you. Thanks for joining in with me tonight. I will be on again. I don't have a schedule for this yet. I need to just maybe be very regular here. In doing this on a regular basis. Monday is the amazing solar eclipse. Oh, thanks, Mexi Ghost Hunter. And I'm on here live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday too. I stream to 3 places, to my 2 Facebook pages and here. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Pretty much without fail, I'm live streaming, and very much general reading. So if you're able to join in, please do. I'm not on this screen. I am on the Facebook screen when I'm doing the live. So if I don't respond, that would be why, because I'm not seeing this screen. But it's victoria.savage.77 on Facebook, if you're on Facebook at all. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your conversation. And yeah, I love to see you again too. Take care. Until we meet again, this is Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle.